Hey guys, what's up? I'm Priyanka and welcome back to the Fanspire. Firstly, I'd love to wish each and every one of you a very happy Diwali and festive greetings to all of you out there. And of course, we are back with another live to discuss a very exciting match that is none other than the Manchester Derby. It's two classic rivals, uh, two sides of Manchester. Everyone's like Manchester is going to be blue, Manchester is going to be red. It's all down to the match. But before we go ahead and watch that exciting clash, we have two fans on the show today to discuss it. So, without any further ado, we'll get them on very quickly. And of course, yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The drill. And of course, if you also want to be on the show, voice your opinions about your favorite football club, do just DM us on our Instagram. All right, so let's go ahead and get the fans in. We have Rohan, Man City supporter. Hi, Rohan, welcome back. So
Hi,
glad to
thank
have
you.
you. And yes, we also have Sauradip, a United fan. Hi, Sauradip, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thanks Priyanka.
Hel-
Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali, Rohan.
Happy Diwali.
Yes, happy Diwali to you both. So I don't. Do you all want to do a quick introduction of yourselves? I know Sauradip has been on the show, Rohan. You've been here once more, but just for the fans, would you like to give a quick introduction?
I mean,
Rohan can go
I
ahead.
was there to introduce. I'm Rohan. I'm also a City supporter. I think
Uh,
it's already there.
okay, and Sauradip.
I'm Sauradip. I'm from Kolkata and I'm a diehard Manchester United fan. Many of fans has seen me before, so I'm here to defend Man United again.
I like that you're to defend Man United. Also, we can see a lot of support for City in the comments here. Great stuff. Okay, so let's kick things off. Firstly, let's talk about both of you all are playing in the Champions League. You all have had. I don't think sort of the must have enjoyed that match. Did you enjoy it? Your last Champions League match, or do you think you could have done better?
Not real. The only thing which I enjoyed watching the game was the first goal. The first goal was a really, really good goal, team goal, classic passing game. And then last, Ronaldo making us remember Fergie time. So yeah, those two goals were the only positives which I can say from the game.
Hmm. And Rohan, easy win for you there.
Yeah, Bruges was very easy. Um, the part which I loved about Bruges was the way we, made the goals. Like you don't see that in a proper formation with the striker. With the striker, you see balls coming into the box. But this, we just passed the ball into the back of the net. So that was the most beautiful football I've seen in quite a while.
Okay, great, great. So we've just discussed the most recent matches both of you have played. So, Rohan, does this give you confidence going into the Manchester Derby, the win?
Yeah. As a fan, of course, it does give me confidence that we are going to go in face a very strong team. But as you can never predict what happens. We can maybe mess up like we did versus Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I was
But
just about to bring
yeah,
up
I'm very
that.
confident. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
very confident that because it gives some motivation to the player that oh, okay, finally we won, so now we can do better.
But how can you lose to Crystal Palace?
Oh, come on, first of all, Crystal Palace, Patrick. The football is new. It's not the Crystal Palace we used to. We lost to Crystal Palace before, so
Of course,
and
yeah.
I don't know. Patrick Vieira just knew how to dispose of us of the ball. So yeah, I think we should learn that for the Brewers fixture.
God. And Sardeep, coming back to you, how are you feeling going into the Manchester Derby?
Well, the feeling, I'll say it's better than what it was for past few weeks. But yeah, a derby is 50-50 always, no matter how bad we are playing or how poor we have been on the field. It's 50-50 game. Whoever plays good on that 90 minutes wins it. So I'm pretty confident. And having seen the team in past few Manchester derbies, I'm pretty confident that they'll pull their socks up for this on Sunday.
And you said the last few weeks have not been really good. As a Liverpool fan, how was that game against us?
I'll prefer to skip that question. To be honest, after the third goal went in, I just switched off my TV and went back to my work. So it was one of those days which is a dark spot in our history. That's what it is. Like just being humble. Like there is no way we can shy off from that what has happened. But yes, that's been there. Like we defeated Arsenal in 8-2. We have thrashed Man City. We have thrashed Chelsea. So it's okay. Yeah, sometimes it comes back. We were poor and we had to pay the price. That's the big lesson. Like the players who were there on the field, they need to learn that if they are slipping, they will get slapped.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. And I felt bad for United fans after that. We did a show with Spurs and United before the game. The atmosphere was just like, just sad, just so disappointed. But yeah, the win against Spurs, I think, uh, was better and a booster for y'all. So, coming back to the main question, are you Ole in or out?
I knew this was coming, but yeah, to be honest, I I was and I was Ole in for sure, and I will evaluate him at the end of this season. Not like some group of intolerant fans within our section who are more prone to Ole sack hashtag rather than supporting him in his problem. So yeah, right now I'll still back my manager because he is trying to do something. Maybe to according to some, he might be tactically incompetent, but yes, he has time to prove. He has a squad to prove himself. I hope he does justice to what he's been trusted upon.
We have a clever saying Ole in as long as he plays Cavani and Dodi.
Yeah, that's a good question, I guess. Like Cavani, yeah, we know how Cavani is, his work rate is speaks for itself. And to be honest, yeah, that's one of the things which has pissed me about Ole. Like when the team players like Fred Mack was not doing good, then the defense was not getting a good cover from the midfield. He was still playing the same combination, and until unless the Liverpool incident happened, he was not changing the formation of the shape. And Donny van de Beek, being a player who can play as a six, at least better than Pogba, I feel sometimes. So he could have used him. That's the thing which actually pisses me off when it comes to Ole. Like why he's trying to making the things according to him when it's not working.
And talking about managers, let's come back to you, Rohan. Thoughts on Pep versus Ole?
I honestly, I don't understand the question. Pep versus Ole. Come on, come on. I don't even think that should be a question. Like, yeah, Pep Ole has defeated us quite a few times. Like,
For the
but
record,
come
Ole
on,
has a
statistically,
head-to-head
Pep is
record.
better
Ole
than
is
Ole.
better. Head-to-head,
Pardon, pardon.
head-to-head, Ole has a better record when
Yeah,
it comes
Yeah,
better
head to
record.
head,
in
yeah. But
derbies, yeah.
otherwise, in comparison, Pep's whole career has been better than Ole's career. If you take it career wise, then of course Pep is better. Even
Yeah,
while playing players, even the player rotation wise, even that's how Pep is better. He likes rotating players. Ole uses the same formation, which is kind of predictable. But sometimes even other managers have said that Pep's style of play is unpredictable. That's how Pep is better.
Well, I differ from what Rowan said. I feel Pep has his own style and methodology, but the thing is, he keeps on bringing different layers of players. Like he brought in Grealish. He's playing Bernardo Silva from the center, whereas Bernardo Silva plays from the right wing. So that's why Pep is Pep. Pep, and when it comes like comparison shouldn't come between Pep and Ole. Pep is a proven tactician. He's proven. He should be compared with someone like Klopp, Bielsa. So, like, if for me, if Ferguson and for Alex Wenger, Mr. Wenger comes in one bracket, then after that, Pep, Guardiola, they Pep, Pep, Klopp, they come into play. Ole and others, they come later on. Even Tuchel, Pep, and Klopp should come under the same bracket. The comparison should be between them. It's just basic nonsense due to some keyboard warriors these days. They are making just for their own fun. They are just doing it. Doesn't make sense actually.
okay,
I
so
agree. I agree with her.
they are different managers, but if you go to see the match, is going to be Pep versus Ole in terms of tactics. So, what are you all thinking in terms of them? Who? Obviously, as you said, Pep is unpredictable. But who do you think he's going to play? What formation is he going to play?
See, so he's going to be the regular City lineup that you see almost every week with Ederson and Walker. And only thing is Laporte is going to be missing because he got a red card a few days back. So I think he's going to be missing. Plus, he played the full game versus Bruges. So I think Laporte's not going to play, and Diaz, Stones, and of course the regular front three, mid three. Gundogan played the full game versus Bruges, so I don't think he's going to play.
Okay, and Sardeep, coming to you, who do you think Ole is going to play? You mentioned that he waited for the Liverpool match to make change in his tactics, but how do you see him going versus Pep in this
Uh,
matchup?
that's a good question, to be honest. I was reading all his press conference, and he said like Victor Lindelof is doubtful, but he expects him to fit. So I expect him to go back to 3-5-2 again. So uh, I feel I don't know who will start alongside Ronaldo, whether it will be Cavani or Rashford. That's a point of question which I have. The only thing which bothers me, and that's where Pep formation comes into play. Pep generally tries to bombard the opposition box when from the box from opposition from the D area. So that's where you have to be compact when it comes to defensively. And with Grealish, Foden, Bernardo Silva, it's going to be tough. So I feel Ole is going to start with Mac and Fred again, and he is going to go for back three. I hope defensively it's solid, and then he's going to mostly play in counter attack like what he has done before. So I expect Cavani instead of Cavani. I feel Rashford might start because we need pace.
All right. And yeah, coming back to Rohan, you're going to be facing Ronaldo. Of course, he's known as one of the best players currently in the world. There's a lot of debates, but obviously you have to acknowledge him
Yeah.
as a really good player.
Yeah.
So, how do you see your team going up to face him, just Ronaldo?
So um, yeah, it is going to be tough for players like the younger players who haven't experienced much of Ronaldo. It is going to be tough for them. But for players like Stones and Diaz, who they know him. Like Stones, he's played against him in European competitions. Or Diaz, who's actually Diaz and Chancellor, especially Chancellor. They are his teammates. So it's not going to be much big of a threat to them. But yeah, we should be concerned because it's Ronaldo after all. Like
Yeah.
if he does something magical, he can't be stopped.
Yeah, he can just pull out a goal from anywhere. And yeah, we have a question now for Saradeep. Do you think Eric Bailey deserves more game time after his heroics versus Atlanta?
But Eric Bailly was at fault for the second goal. Zapata started the run behind him. So that Atlanta game is a proper example of how Eric Bailly is. He's at like for 95 in 90 minutes. He's 88 minutes. He's too good, but for 2 minutes he's just bad, and you can consider goal. So I understand why Ole doesn't wants to play him, but yeah, the game he played, he deserves a one more shot at least. And I expect him to be there at back three with Maguire and Victor Lindelof.
And Flavor also says he agrees. So coming back to talking about this season, obviously it's I'm not going to ask you your expectations for the end, but let's talk realistically. Like United fans were all over the moon at the start of the season, saying that okay, the Premier League is ours, we're going to win it this time. But y'all haven't had the best start. So realistically, what do you think is the expectations from this season? Sardeep.
So, uh, so if you remember the first show which we had, I came and Vinith also asked me this kind of question, a similar kind of question like this, and I told him one answer, and which I'm going to repeat again. At the end of 34 games, if I see United trailing from the top position by 4 points or 4 to 6, I'll take it. That is my expectation from the team. I I do want to win trophies, no doubt about it. I do want to win trophies. I repeat, but I expect my team to challenge with this team, with a Varane, with a Donny Van de Beek, with a Jadon Sancho, with Rashford, Lingard, Martial, Ronaldo. After all, you have to challenge for them. this is what we haven't done. And over the past 3 seasons, I have seen under Ole the team has progressed gradually. And this season, I expect it to challenge and win at least a domestic silverware. So if you ask me from the overall expectation, this is mine. And for Premier League, like I said, 34 games, 4 minutes, 4 points trailing, I'll take it.
And Rohan, I mean, City is obviously a title contender without even putting much thought. But your thoughts on the season and your expectations from it?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We are up against a team like Liverpool, we are Chelsea. There are all these underdogs like Brighton and Palace. Yeah, it's not going to be easy like a Centaurian City. But yeah, I just hope we win the title again this year. It'll just add a cherry to the cake, I would say.
Yeah, and I agree. A lot of the underdog teams, like we've seen draws, Liverpool drawing versus Brighton. We've seen these teams just coming up from nowhere and holding off wins for the big teams, which is great to see the season. If you look at it from a neutral fan's perspective, not of course when your team is losing badly to some team at the bottom of the table. Yeah. So I think let's get into predictions for the games, for the game, the Manchester Derby. Who wants to go first?
I'm sorry that you may go first.
So I expect goals, and the way we have been leaking goals, I'm being very humble here. So I'll go for 2-1 United, and I expect Ronaldo to score, no doubt.
All right. And Rohan, your predictions.
I don't expect Edison to keep a clean sheet because they're up against such a good attack. So at but the way we've been scoring goals, I'll go for either a 2-1 win towards City or a 2-2 draw is also works because uh, United have a very strong attack and that's going to give a test to our defenses.
All right. So do you guys want to go at each other? Do you have anything to say to you all are like supposed to be utmost rivals in the Premier League because two sides of Manchester. Would you like to tell each other as a fan anything?
I'll let Rohan take the shot at me first.
No, I'll,
I
I'll I'll go for the second shot. Yeah, I'm sorry if you please.
No, it's okay. Like it's my City is still
Yeah,
developing. City
why?
they have Pep, they have this, they have that. So it's okay. I'll prefer to take the back seat and try to expect like City. Like there are certain section of City fans who I have come across. They feel they are already the best team of this generation, having not knowing the fact that there was a big team of United at 2008 or 2098 who have established or who had put English football onto the European map or world football. So, if I can go back into the history pages and thrash City fans, but yeah, I'll try to stick to the present and stick to it. Let's say that.
Yeah, just to remind you that I think after maths, history is the most hated subject in school. So I wouldn't go back to history. But yeah, I agree that we are the, uh, as I would say, we are one of the best clubs, but we are the best clubs because we still have to, get a European championship to, get our status as the best European club. So we might be the best in England as of now, but it's not going to. It may not last long. It may last long. So we never know.
Well, I have only one thing to say here. Basically, like, had United been in the position which you were last season in the Champions League final, that the things would have been different. Like, I felt that like people are more after like people are all guns blazing when United lose a game or United is having a tough time, rather than other teams like be it City or be it any other team. Like everybody is after United. I understand why, because we have a big rich history, we have a big heritage, and that unnecessary expectation is something which is not expected and which is not right and which is not healthy, to be honest. But yeah, what I feel is that having being a United fan and being supporting a club like this, it becomes tough. But yeah, that does give me pride that everybody still hates our club like no other club else,
So
even
that I
though
would
we
just
are
like to
not
say
at
that
the
that's
best.
situation based. Like start of the season, Arsenal played so poorly. Everyone was going at Arsenal like crazy. But now Arsenal playing good and like, oh shit, yeah, these guys are actually good. So uh, it's just a situational. It's just situational. Like if when a team plays terrible, they'll start going and targeting that team so the fans go down. But otherwise, it's all. I feel that every team has a mutual respect for the other team.
Yeah, that's true. That is obviously true. That is there. That's where the game of beauty lies. Like rivals does means like the word rival means
Yeah.
that actually.
Hmm.
So yeah, the healthy competition has to be there. But yeah, there are
No
certain
doubt.
section of people between who are more prone to fighting with their keyboards or with
Yeah.
their words rather than supporting the team at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
If you just
just
support the team, there is nothing to fight against, no fights and all that. Yeah. Correct. Very well said.
Yep. And we have another question. Do you see Ole sacked if United lose versus City?
uh, that is hard to answer, to be honest. I feel his like what he has been through after Liverpool game, his seat will be in very questionable state if he loses against City. And if a result of Liverpool comes again, it's obvious that he is going to get sacked. But the thing is, with Ole sacking, the problem is that the I understand the club is not willing to bring in any other manager whoever comes in will try to invest again, and they will try to bring in their own set of players. The only likeliest person I feel who can come in right now is Zinedine Zidane. I was never in favor of Conte, and I understand why Arya is over the moon. He's making all sorts of comments, so it's understandable. He's like Conte fits their club, fits their like it depends. It's to be seen whether Conte does a Tottenham they makes Tottenham a good club or Tottenham makes Conte a bad coach. So I will love to see that. But coming back to the question, right now I don't see Ole getting sacked unless it becomes necessary, because whoever comes in will try to bring in his own set of players, and the club is not going to invest after bringing in Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane amid this present pandemic situation.
I like that, where you said that either Spurs can make Conte a bad manager or Conte can make like the vice versa. I think it was pretty cool statement. So just a question, about the league in general. I know we mentioned there is a tough fight. There are a couple of title contenders, but who do you see as one of the main title contenders, or one of the main people who will probably go for the title this season? Like if you could pick one club, Rohan.
I'll pick Rowan first.
Um, of course, City. But apart from
Apart
City,
from
the
your
one club
club,
which
yeah,
is
apart from
yeah,
your
yeah.
club.
Apart from City, the one club which I see is actually going to get very close to the title is Liverpool. Liverpool are on fire this season for some reason. They're beating teams in and out. Only some one two bumps over here and there, but actually they're on fire. They're the most serious title contenders this season.
I feel Liverpool has been in binary state, either 0 or 1. Like against United, they were 1 or +1 you can put in, but against Brighton, they were 0. They were poor and they conceded 2 goals very cheaply. But I feel Chelsea is the team to beat this season. I had a feeling because I had seen the team. The best thing about Chelsea is the formation or the shape is fit, and whoever is coming in, like suppose Hudson-Odoi is playing as a wing back, he is supposed to play as a winger, out and out right winger. So that is what the team is all about. They have a fixed system, and bringing in Lukaku and Werner together, they have a target point who can score goals, which was a Chelsea problem last year. So I feel Chelsea is the team to beat, and the league shows right now that they are at least 25 points currently, 5 points ahead of City, and 8 points ahead of United. So they are pretty. They have taken a good step, I guess.
Yeah. I too would second, like City would be the main people to just watch out for this season. Also, Clavit has another question. I mean, you mentioned Zidane, right? So, do you think that he can get the best out of CR7, Cristiano, obviously?
I said Zidane because the two poor things, like he has managed Varane, he has managed Ronaldo, and the thing is, the United has big personalities. The egos of Pogba, egos of Ronaldo. I understand maybe Ronaldo is a team man. I have read a lot of stories that even he's a very big, he's a big team man, and he demands a lot from the team. What if you remember what Chiellini or Bonucci said, that when Ronaldo was at Juventus, he used to take the onus upon himself, and they gradually felt that Ronaldo will do the things for him. That is something which is not right, and that is what is happening at right now at United. Ronaldo is taking the onus and delivering it again and again every time. He's probably the most clutch player right now in the game. So once Zidane comes in, he will push a lot from Mac, Scott, or Donny Van de Beek, whoever it is. So I feel Zidane tactically might be a touch better than what Ole has done. But let's see. I am not in favor of sacking a manager. I don't want anyone to lose their job. So I'll stick to Ole for the now.
All right. I think we've discussed a lot about the matches, your clubs. Anything else that y'all would want to add before we go ahead and end?
No, nothing
No.
that I can think of.
Okay. So one quick question: if you had to describe the Manchester Derby in one word, what would y'all do? What would y'all say?
For me, my
I don't know.
word,
It's going to be unexpected.
Okay. And Sardeep?
for me, my entire day depends on that 90 minutes. That's it. Like Shahrukh Khan said in Chak De 70 minutes, for me it's that 90 minutes. That 90 minutes will define my day, at least, and for the rest of the week.
I wish both of you all the very best. If I say hope Sardeep has a good 90 minutes, will be kind of biased. But yeah, as a neutral fan in this match, all the best to both teams. And
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for coming on the show, discussing the match. And of course, thanks to all the fans who tuned in and put in your questions. Thank you so much. So that's it from all of us at the Fanspire. Again, festive greetings of the season to all of you. Do drop us a DM if you'd like to be on the show and voice your opinions about your club, be it any sport, not just football. We'll see you next week with another live. Till then, do subscribe and take care. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Nice to be on show.
Thank you.
Thank you.